This is our daily Bible study. Today we're still in the series, Discovering Your Purpose, and we're going to deal with the third segment of this series. And we're going to dive right into it. There's so many things I want to unpack, but let's deal with it. Today, design yields functionality. And we're still going to come from the scripture, Genesis 1:26. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. It's very important, again, that we come to the point where we totally understand that God made. This term made is asa, and it means, again, to fashion, to form, to design. And so the physical body, as we said on the last study, the physical body was designed to accommodate a living, breathing, sentient being. And this living, sentient being had the capacity, once integrated into the physiological or the physicality point of the body, the soma. It had the capacity to integrate through the brain and to receive the impulses through the neurons, the neural networks. By way of the five senses, the mind could now receive information, and working with the brain, this information could be interpreted in such a way that the mind could now use it, and use it fruitfully to achieve the goals and the objectives that were given to it. Part of the goals for the sensory mechanism and the impulses is to gain an understanding of the external world and an understanding of how we will, or how we are choosing to respond to these impulses. And so again, the physiology, the soma, designed to receive an integrated contextual being that would now operate through the physiology, the physicality of the body located in a material physical realm, could now unleash the impulses where the mind could understand how to deal with, how to perceive, how to understand the external world. But then we come to the soul of man, what the Bible calls nephesh. And the nephesh then was sired by the breath of life that God breathed into the body. And this breath of life then began to bring forth, or to cause the soulish man to arise. And in so doing, the soul came into being. And yet, the spiritual breath that brought the soul into existence was also designed to operate within the context of the living soul. The breath was to operate within the soul in such a way that it brought forth various other dimensions. It enabled man, through his mind, to now connect the mind and the body to the realm of the spirit, and to receive spiritual emanations that could now either be imparted and infused into the body, or directly impact the mind, so the mind, or the living soul, could open itself up to the spiritual dimensions, as well as open itself up to the physical or material dimensions. And so each of these things, in their being formed or designed, accommodated a purpose. And in the design, each of these things also accommodated a functionality. And so the design of the body yields functionality of the physical man to operate within the physical material realm. The design of the soul with its tripartite and its trichotomic existence enabled the soul to operate in consciousness that is upper level, consciousness that is sub-level, and unconsciousness that typically cannot be detected unless the will has been trained to discern and to desire, to look and to investigate the unconscious mind. The mind, or the soul, also has the components of intellect, the elementary ability to understand, to gain information, make it usable information, emotivize or emotion, the ability to respond or to react to sensations, thoughts, interactions, activities, events, etc. And then finally, the volition. The volition, I believe, is the sha'ar of the scripture, where the scripture says, and as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. The scripture where it says, and as he thinketh, the word thinketh, or continually engaging in the thought process, this word is the word sha'ar, and it means thinking is the same equivalent to opening the gates. What are these gates? I believe these are the receptive gates that the will has to open in order to receive understanding. The will has to open to engage the desire and the choice to activate even the body, to walk, to retaliate, to be quiet. And so this gate then is the volitional gate that gives the soul its creative authority and its authoritative authority to operate or to determine what will operate within the context of any given scenario. And so design, again, the body is designed to heal itself, and it functions in creating those things that could possibly heal the body unless this healing agent or the healing system is compromised. The body is designed to follow the directives of the soul. And so as I will myself, I can move my hands, I can manipulate my hands, I can move my mouth, I can speak, I can address situations, I can clean, I can stand, I can run, I can drink. And so here again, design yields functionality. The design of the soul, mind, emotion, and will. And I don't like to say mind because I believe the entirety of the mind has the capacity of intellectual thought, emotive thought, and volitional thought. Mind is so awesome in that it is designed to be able to interpret, to break down, to solve problems, to observe, to examine, to analyze. And the emotions utilize responses and reactions. It is through the emotion that we respond, either through song, through praise, or even in writing. We respond to those emotive feelings. We respond to scenarios. We respond to an image. And from there we may write a song, write a poem, compose music, or we may move the body in such a way through dance, such as ballet, etc. And then the will is designed to be the leading and controlling factor where an individual now chooses to allow something within the context of his being to operate in the manner that he or she so chooses. The will even determine whether or not we will use the emotion to intensely operate, to intensely speak, to sing, or to emotively compose music. And so the tripartisan or the trichotomic essence, all designed and all produced for a specific functionality. Again, in understanding you, you have to understand how you as an individual is designed. How do you think? Why do you think the way you think? Why do you make the choices? Why do you look at some things and don't look at others? So this is the design. Getting to know you is getting to know and to understand how you choose, how you operate, how you move within the contexts in such a way that you do. I'm out of time. I'm your host, Dr. Derek A. Reeves, and this has been our daily Bible study. Thank you for joining us. Always remember, Jesus is Lord, and Jesus is coming back again. God bless.